Okay, so let's see. I don't know. We don't know if Rafi and Hadayat will show up, but maybe we can do a little bit of work still. It'll be fun. So, what do you feel like working on? Do you want to keep integrating some of the UI, or do you want to go on the back?
I don't feel it's useful to advance the UI part without first having the backend more or less working. So we can focus on that if you want.
Maybe we can get tests running together. See if that works. We started doing that a little bit last time, but we never got to finish it. It was not. It took a long time to compile or something. For some reason.
That's right.
I don't remember why.
That's right.
We try maybe. So maybe if can we share? If you share your screen, we can maybe get some of that down if we go through it.
Yeah. So let me. Yeah. For that, did you work on some tests? You did, right? I don't know what Zoom. Yeah, books. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
So, and I started working on the loans as well, but I think a lot of it's just copied from the books, and maybe it needs. I'm not sure how much I got done, and we started. Yeah, that's right. We started changing those things. Yeah. So I think actually on the thing on your branch, look if we put it, because I remember copying. You were copying, or you copied stuff over and then changed it. No? Oh, there's nothing in the UI. There's nothing in the master either. No.
Maybe
Hadayat, yeah.
Here, yeah.
That's the last. Yeah. That's the last version. So
okay,
we
nice.
Go from there.
Okay, so let me see. Here we have, yeah, because I don't think this is gonna compile.
No, that's true. So can we just leave that out? Can we like?
Yeah, concentrate maybe first on the book zone and then go to the loans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me grab the loans scaffold code. Let me see if that's possible. From the zooms, loans. Okay, yeah, got it. I'm gonna copy it over. Okay, so now here when the tests work from the books, we can just discard changes, and we are gonna have the good code back. Okay, so
did you? So you're at Hadayat, all right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the Hadayat branch. Here we have the fixed test. We can go through them just very quickly. This okay, this is testing to create a book and then to get using the address that's returned. Okay, nice. And checking that the book is created. Good. Maybe then we can change this. If you remember, the thing was that if you pass in here the whole book, this includes the user address, the book owner, and the book owner is easily derived from the holochain node. Right. We can do it after, maybe.
Because we need to change the create book function to not send in a book, right? Like it needs to send in just the parameters.
Yeah. Do you want to do it now, or maybe after we check that this test work?
We can try doing it now, or we can do it after, whichever can do.
I prefer like just seeing whether the test works right now.
Yeah.
And seeing where we are at. So I'm gonna go into the terminal and go to the Oops. The folder and execute Nick shell. This shouldn't take long. And then
and you get if there would have been syntax or like structure errors in the JavaScript, the test file, it would have shown up in the Visual Studio Code as well, or it has like this compiler.
Yeah. It should. Yeah. Here we are. So now you see expression expect. Yeah. With JavaScript, sometimes it's a little tricky because with JavaScript there are some things you can check and some things you can't. And with TypeScript makes things a lot easier for in that sense. Okay, we got an error. Okay, yeah, let me just delete this .cargo because I think it's messing with things. This file, this folder. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so now it's gonna download everything here. Okay, if this starts to compile, we can switch over, let it finish and switch over to looking at the book zoom and where things are missing.
Yeah.
Because I think it should get some changes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going slow. Why is that the case?
It's speeding up now.
Oh yeah, just looked over.
Kind of jumpy.
Yeah.
Oh, but is that every fetch is going?
No, it's okay, it's faster. Yeah. Okay, so luckily we need to just compile the last 10 packages. So we are already on. This is because the other day we already had compiled the first 200. Yeah.
Oh, tough.
It still takes time. We can switch over to seeing what the books need.
I'm assuming that Harriet has not done work in between, but I don't know. Like I haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any new commit.
No.
So, okay, let's see. With the book, we can see here. Okay, so the book, this is the definition, well, the spec we did for the books. So we have create book, that's okay, but I think it needs to include some linking. Get book, yeah, get book is an easy one. Get my books, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is good. But this implies that the books are linked from the owner, and that's not done here. So this we should do, and get owner. Yeah, get owners is nice. Okay, so I think the only thing to be changed here is doing something like this, which is we have to, let me switch to the good folder. Okay, so here we are creating the book and we need to commit it, but then we need to link it from our agent address. So here, yeah, sure. So here we in the definition of the entry of the book, we are declaring a link from an agent ID, which is the owner of that book, to the book itself, and we need to make that link explicit, link that here, just after we create the book, because otherwise we would have inconsistent state. So this is done. The most important thing about linking is the direction. So we have to be very careful about where the link goes from and to, from what entry and to what entry. In this case, it's our agent address to the book address, and that's the one that's committed here. So we should do it like this. Agent address is a special address which refers to the first entry that Holochain does when it creates your node, and that's your address, your agent entry, let's say. And in here, I think it's fine if you input book owner. Was it book owner or owner book?
Owner book. That's a little off, maybe.
We can change it. Do you want to change it to book owner?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds better now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and we have to be careful when we are changing these kinds of IDs, because we need to change it for the entire DNA, because it's identifying the link. So it's not like we can start mixing up things here.
No.
And then the tag, we don't have to put anything in the tag. The tag is just this parameter here. It's just for querying links afterwards. Like, for example, we can say I tagged this post with these tags, and then we can query get all links with this tag inside, and we don't have to do anything like this in here. Okay, so I think this should be good. It's finished compiling. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so it's installing node modules in the test folder. Starting the tests. Okay, so yeah, this error we shouldn't give that much attention to. Well, at least in my experience, like it's not a thing to worry about. I don't know exactly what it refers to, but the errors we should be taking care of are these kinds of errors. So let me just open the test, and we can relate the errors here in the console to the test code. And actually we can see it's a little tricky sometimes, but if you see here, we have the line in which it blew up. So it's 55. So it's this line. This line made the error. It is sometimes tricky because here, for example, you have a reference to the Holochain test execution environment, not your code. So you have to be careful to look for references to your code, not to Holochain, because you're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
the ocean there. So okay, let's say, and we have these console logs is what are being shown up here, and that's actually good because we have a serialization error here. Why do we have a serialization error? So this is the console log from this line. So this result is resulting in serialization error, invalid type map. Okay, so this means that some of these parameters do not match the input parameters from the zone.
Okay.
Can go look into that. Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm thinking, yeah, strangely, because it should just be an address. So I've written it, so we can't have address that way.
Yeah, but the thing is that here, and actually in every holochain code, here it's not the address, it's an object containing OK and then the address.
Okay.
And this OK is actually the one from the SOAM API result.
Yeah.
And if you remember, this is a result which is OK and error. So this OK is this one, just serialized into a JavaScript object. So what we can do, and it's actually, oh, I never saw that. Okay, TOK. Oh, okay, nice. This is the first time I see this. It's gonna be handy. Okay. So what we need to do is something like this. Just to grab this address here.
So that means you're taking you're just peeling away that layer of the object, and then you get the rest of it.
Yeah, and in here it's just JavaScript objects all the way. So it almost have has not anything to do with holochain or what you're using from the backend. So this is just regular JavaScript tests. So this is just taking this address object and taking this property here. So we have another error. Cannot read property one of undefined. So the result is this result. So we got an error in the same line, but it's another one. So now this call was made properly. So it returned okay result single, which is nice. We got the holochain serialization working. But it seems that, okay. So here, if you see, this is okay result single, and we have okay up directly. So at the very least, we need to do this.
And that's so we're getting this one from getBooks. So the getBook function is returning the thing of like okay result single, and then the and exactly. that's because that's what the get links and or whatever the function is using.
It's this get entry result. And actually this is my fault, in quote unquote my fault, because the get entry result is what I need in the UI in order to get the address. I need the address of the book here as well, just to identify the book in the UI. So you can make it just return a book object, but then you don't have the address, so you don't know, you don't have the ID of the book to interact with the,
I mean, if you were just returning the hash of the book instead of returning the actual book, or like the actual data in the DHT, is that what you mean?
Yeah, so here in get book, you could return the book, just only this JSON. Not the hash, because the hash
what you already
you have. Yeah, So you could get the JSON object containing the book data, but then you don't know the address or actually any metadata. In the UI, you can do some tracing. So I sent this call with get book with this address, and now that it's returned, I can like plug in the address I just sent from the UI to the book. But I think it's just better to retrieve the whole object, the whole metadata, and then if you need to do some checking with the author, some filtering, I think it's just better. Okay, so let's run again and let's see with this console log what this single object contains. Should contain something like app. It doesn't.
Same error as before. So maybe okay again? No.
Yeah, but
no, it's not.
So we have undefined here that I didn't get. So here we had okay for sure. Huh, interesting. Okay, result. Okay, too many results and too many. Okay, so last time I put okay single and it's okay result.
Okay.
Okay, result single. So it's result in this case is some result just to make sure we don't mess things up. Some result. Okay, this is this okay here. Result. This is this result here. Single. It's this one here, and then we need to access the entry. Okay, let's console log. Let's log it just to make things easier.
This is the stuff that was really like I had a lot of issues with this in Prague as well. Like this took me so much time just trying to figure out how to get the part of the results that I wanted. It's hey, something.
Cool. Yeah, no, actually this test worked. Okay, two should be equivalent, and here we have the console log of this, so that's nice. Good. Okay. So this test works. Let's see with all the tests. Sorry. Now, one of the things that's very common is that these kinds of formatting, let's say, are very common. So we should do the same thing here, right? Or not actually here, because here it's get my books.
Yeah, how do you?
No. Okay.
I'm considering whether it's a good idea to do many scenarios or do just one long scenario. Like what is
normally it's better to do many atomic scenarios because between each scenario the state resets. So then if you do only one scenario very long, you could run into issues where all your tests are working, but it's not because the functionality is good, it's because the state after each test and each call makes it so that all the sequential, like the order matters here, right? It's not like the holochain node doesn't have any state, it does. So if you want to just test atomic functionality, it's much better to do it in separated scenarios, just to flush away all the state and begin as new. In this kind of small application, it's not that big an issue, but in bigger application, it definitely will be. Okay, so forget what I said, because here control result, it's not the same call. So let's see what the error is on, if there is any error on these calls.
There might be.
This is fine. This is the first test.
Waiting for widget to flash. It got stuck somewhere, no?
Yeah.
In the scenario too.
Seems so.
Okay.
Interesting. Why? So it seems that it tried to create a book, but then hung up. Scenario 2. It's strange, because here we created a book and that was fine. Let me just comment the first test and see if the issue persists. I normally do this as well when I'm developing tests, just commenting the tests you already work, so you don't have to go over them again and again. Interesting. So why is this happening? The first test is affecting the second one. Because now...
Yeah, now it's...
Yeah, now it worked fine.
Are we using the same constant or something? Can that be, or that's cleared between each scenario?
Yeah, it is. They are different. Different scopes. Let me go check what the holochain sample application is like in the test aspect. Oh my god, they changed a lot. This is Try-o-Rama. Oh, I have to port my tests all over again. Oh, why? Why? Okay, doesn't matter. Require. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's not so much. Maybe not so much. Maybe there is hope. Let's see. Validate agent test. Scenario. Yeah, we can't
use
we can reuse this, because this is on holochain Try-o-Rama, and this is holochain Diorama. So it's not the same test scenario. I think this Diorama one is being deprecated.
So it's a new... The whole structure of it is different. You don't write scenarios the same way, is it?
Sorry?
So if we're looking at the new one, how do they don't write scenarios the same way, or is it like a... like, I'm thinking, what could be copied over if we'd set up the Try-o-Rama style? Like, what would be copied over from the things that I've written?
Yeah.
Because I haven't written a lot of code.
Yeah. So this is what a scenario looks like in Try-o-Rama.
Okay.
It's not that different, but I don't see this Alice agent.
So maybe it's just one
valid agent. Okay, so these agents get passed in from this. Okay, interesting. So this is in runtime. Okay, so in this case you could add. I think what this does is adding nodes to the scenario in runtime.
Okay.
And then it's calling them the same way.
It creates, instead of creating the nodes in the beginning, it creates the nodes during the running of the test.
Yeah, and this is useful in edge cases in which when an agent enters, there is some request or there needs to be some mechanism. In our case, it's not that useful, so I'd rather stick with this for now. And see what was not working, because well, I don't have many experience with Try-o-Rama. Maybe it could be a next step to port them, but I'm pretty confident that this code, so the code inside the scenario, would be able to be reused like 90% at least. Okay, so what do we have here? We have that the third test, this is one test, two tests, the third test, we were expecting that there is one book and there are two books. Oh yeah, of course. Why did we expect that there was gonna be one book?
Yeah, maybe that's just copied over from
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
There should be two books.
So that should be fine. Okay, so this test passed as well, and we are going over this one, and this has the same error. So let's check that if I remove this, the test runs fine. Well, fine. Maybe there is some error, but oh yeah, definitely there will be some error because we have not loans incorporated. So yeah, sure. Yeah. But we can see the test begins fine. So there is something wrong in the way doing this. Let me just grab, because in my project I'm using the Diorama. Let me just see how I'm doing things. Yeah, this is Diorama. Okay. Seems good. DNA path. Yeah, seems good. And then require Diorama register scenario. Yeah, seems good. And then here, scenario. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can do it like this. So it's a good practice to separate the tests. So, and this is using Node module exports, JavaScript modules, CommonJS. This is CommonJS. Scenario, and then this is like scenario. And now here, this, right? Yes. Right, like this. And another scenario. And this actually is better now because I think that for the most part, if we have to switch to Try-o-Rama, this shouldn't have to change a lot. Yeah. Have to copy paste this. User address is used here, so we need it here at least. So now we should call it like this. So require book. It isn't necessary to say book.js because JavaScript is automatically picks the extension. So let's see if now the two tests worked. Not only the first one. Okay, first test passed.
Now, same thing.
Second didn't.
It got stuck again.
Yeah.
It is something that happens after the test because no.
DNA. What is this DNA path thing? I don't know exactly.
Is it just the folder, the main? That's like the. The name of the main folder, but I don't know.
ID. It's just an ID. Okay, so we shouldn't have to care a lot about that. Let me just check the versions of things because I think I'm running out of options. Okay, let's try to upgrade Diorama because here is 0.2 and here is 0.1. Yeah, like this. And now we need to go into the test, remove the node modules folder just to reinstall everything and remove package lock. And now it should install everything. That may very well be the issue. Nope.
Install DNA. Is that before the other test as well?
You don't sound very clear.
Can you hear me now?
See, yeah.
Okay. Was the uninstalled DNA that came just before that? Is that the same in the other test? It's SIMcode 3. What is that?
Yeah, I think this is like the instance. Yeah, that shouldn't cause any errors, I think. Let me just go back here. ST Alice. This is exactly the same. Running out of ideas.
Mm-hmm. They work when you do them separately. Huh?
Yeah, that's the thing that's got me intrigued. The last thing, well, let's check holochain diorama, because maybe diorama is not compatible with our version. I don't know.
The version of
holochain.
Of holochain.
Yeah, there's not a lot of documentation here.
Maybe we'll change tests eventually.
Do you want to switch over to Try-o-Rama?
I don't know. Maybe it's interesting. I don't know. I feel like that would be. How confident are you about doing that? Because I wouldn't be very useful. But if you think it's a doable thing, maybe it's interesting too. As learning also.
Yeah, I think it's definitely doable. Yeah, I think we can try to do it. I'll learn myself, but this is much more up to date than Diorama. Diorama is only the last commit is in June, so it should be much more up to date. Okay, so we can try. Let's go. So we go into the test, we remove the diorama, and then npm install Try-o-Rama. Actually, what I want to do is extract this last test as well, in order to be able to like remove all this if necessary. All right, so we have Try-o-Rama.
Maybe just for clarity, put the other test in the loans, like a loans.js, because it's
sure, yeah. I think this is, yeah, like this. Good, so let's see. Orchestrators, yeah, but maybe we can just use this configuration here. We shouldn't need breaches or any kind of weird scenarios, at least for now. Interesting. This downwaiter seems a lot like what we were having.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Single conductor. This is a lot of things.
So they've added something in holochain core that now does that has a process running or something that is not accounted for in the test if you don't use Try-o-Rama. That's what the.
Okay, so they changed the main thing. Main thing now is the orchestrator. Okay, so this is a waiter. Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna do is just remove all this, start from scratch, and say the orchestrator. Thing is, I don't know which part of this we need exactly. We can figure it out. So, call sync middleware is from config. Oh, config.js, what is this? I don't know exactly why this is the case. Okay, it's much easier to go over this. Okay, much easier to go over this. Okay, nice. So my plain config and this bridges is optional and this is still optional. Instances. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is what we need. Nice. So config DNA. We have only one DNA, right? So it's DNA MailBoox. It's like this.
Without the S.
Okay, so we should be able to do it like this, right? So let me see. Holochain MailBoox. Oops, this, yeah. JSON. Okay, and now we need to specify here the what? No, the ID. The ID. Okay, so we have the MailBoox single. We need only one instance, and we don't need any bridge. And one thing that's important is that we do have a bridge in our application, but it's from zone to zone. This is specifying bridges from DNA to DNA. So in the case of bridge from zone to zone, we don't need to specify anything here. So now it comes to the register scenario. I think S. Okay, but where does it configure the main config? Maybe this is automatic. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. We have this wait for consistency. So you know that in Holochain nothing is immediate, so the entries can be, and this waits for everything to calm down. And now we need to do it like before, book, but now orchestrator.register scenario.
So how does it check that everything's fine? It just sees that there are no calls to holochain core for a while, or what's the? Or maybe you don't know. But
no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. Maybe it may be. It may be like that. Yeah. So the only thing that's missing now is to change this scenario. So proportion call, I think it's just an S now. And now I get it. I get it. Okay. Here, can you see the main config here? Okay. So this is interesting because you can start to do different configs and getting different, yeah. So what we can do here is do it like this, and we are passing scenario and a config.
Okay, so you could have one actor with a bridged DNA and another actor without a bridged DNA.
Yeah, exactly. This is getting very sophisticated. We won't need that for now, but in the future, yeah. And especially in the case of holofuel and things like that, it should be like really necessary to do it like this. Just you can imagine like a double spending test. Let's see if our application prevents the double spending problem, and doing things with spawning a conductor, killing it, and so on. Yeah. So here we need the config, and we pass it from here, main config. Okay. Let's see how this blows up in our face. But it's the first step. Okay. First thing from, oh yeah, sure. So in this case, oops, why did they, yeah, this is an error on the documentation side. I think it's because in their repository, the holochain Try-o-Rama is located on the, on that root, why? This is required. Okay, let's try with CommonJS, because we are talking about, we are running the test in a Node.js environment, not in a browser one. Yeah, okay, sure. So this is only valid in an async function. Sure, just we can, okay, we can work around that, but for now let's just try to do it like this. Okay. About to execute 3 tests. So that he's not able to get the DNA. So let's just put in all the. I don't like this. Okay.
Why is it not able to find the DNA?
Because I think it's because you can see here, it's using the absolute path.
Why do they? We don't know why they want to do that instead of relative.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't think it's a very good approach, because you will be changing the Git branches and environment and so on. So yeah, I don't know. But for now we can do it like this, let's say. cannot read property network of undefined. So now we have a new error.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like an unhandled parameter rejection. I don't know exactly why. Let's start by only doing books. Let's see how this runs. Huh. Is this seeing the issues? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I think we need to specify, yeah. I think we need to specify specifically what type of network we are using in the index, nothing here. So how should we do that? Network. Yeah, but okay. So let's see. Gen config. Input config and then G. So like this. No. Like this. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Good. Yeah. Yeah. So good. I think what we need to, yeah. Okay. Nice. So we need to specify exactly where the we need to wake up the conductor in this case, but we got it working. I think the network thing got fixed. Okay. What?
Use the AI
young. Okay.
The stars.
Okay.
Oh my God.
This is weird, but okay. Okay, so it seems it is unable to get the DNA still.
Is it not the home?
This is the one, right? So okay, let's do it like this. Oops.
This is good.
Okay, yeah, it seems we have something else, but wow, that's a lot of tracing and stuff. Failed to execute.
Bunch of networking stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this was gonna be easier. Oh. Okay, so I think this is prepared to deliver a full report on the networking side.
Okay, so maybe you can have options, debugging options or something.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Here's something. Actual test.
Some calls, so at least the code ran. Because here it's calling create book. Instance identifier. Okay, so I think that we need also to change the way we are calling. Let's see. Alice call. Okay.
You put the zoom in.
Interesting. Now you are not, yeah. So you are not testing, in this case, you are not testing one application, you can test how many applications you want. So you have to input first
the zoom. The DNA.
The DNA, yeah, the instance. And I think this is the same as this one. So we need to get this, do it like this. Call.
Right, and that's the way you have to do it from the browser as well, no? From the UI, the functions have to be DNA, zoom, or is it just, has it just been zoom and function?
Yeah, no, I think you had to pass in the DNA as well. Yeah.
Good to take away some of this networking.
I can't hear you very well.
It would be good to take away some of this networking.
Right.
But I don't know how that's done.
Yeah, we can see. Ooh, logger. Okay, so logger, nice. False. Okay. Oh my God, that's a lot of debugging. I don't even know if my test passed. Let's try without debugging and without the logger.
Failed to execute. Attempted to kill.
Oops. Okay. Let's see what we are doing different. Also guild. So it seems we are missing the killing and spawning of the conductors.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah, and now actually we can go see the application spec. Ooh, okay. Logger false. Maybe we are doing something wrong. So new orchestrator. They are not using the config. Okay, so they are using in the orchestrator.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this changes anything. Not that we can see. This is not calling spawn. Why not? Multi-DNAs, regressions. Wait, config. Module exports instances. Okay, sure, but okay, so maybe we don't have to spawn things.
Mm-hmm.
In this documentation,
That's what was
we
happening
have
inside the scenario. Okay, there we have. On kill.
unless you pass through as an extra parameter, in which case each conductor will auto spawn. Okay, let's try that. We are running a holochain closed alpha testnet.
Nice. Okay, this.
Okay, but I don't know if our test worked. How do I know? Maybe it's on the reports. Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe we do need to do this. We can do it like, we can wrap this in a function, an async function, because you're, if you do await on the top, on the top scope, on the root scope of a JavaScript file, it will fail because a JavaScript file is not itself an async function.
Okay.
But if you wrap it under an async function and execute it right away, it will work.
And this is to...
This is just to be able to use the await here.
And why do we want to do that before? Is that to... Okay, so it doesn't do the reports. No. What is the report? Is that all the logs, all the stuff that's coming out?
I think the report will give us which tests failed and which didn't.
Okay. Okay.
And we have to just report them here. So it's like we want to wait for the orchestrator to run and just to give us the report, but we can't use the wait on the top level, so we just wrap it like this. And this is like saying, let's declare a function and let's execute it right away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Success is 0.
Okay, so I think this is the report, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks bad. Conductor exited before fully starting. And why is that? Can we have some kind of N3H? Are we using 28 alpha?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Needs to be newer? No.
No, I don't think so.
Is it the... Yeah, there's a lot of errors around the N3H.
Yeah.
That's something that we haven't included somewhere or something? No?
No, but actually we should. So HC runs in N3H mode.
Mm-hmm.
And this is able to run. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Bad exit.
It seems it needs some other configuration on the N3H side. But here, yeah, so seems here that PostP is running into the same errors as we are. Yeah, yeah, you're saying that as well. So yeah, this is just 2 days ago. So it seems that PostP actually
added chewing through this.
Was able to.
Cleared modules are re-added. Clear dependencies. Okay.
But I don't know exactly where would that be added at. Maybe you can look at Holoria's code, yeah. Yeah, we can browse files. Okay, this is a lot things. So maybe this preservation. Nope. No, I need tests.
Test time of the word.
Test, yeah. Maybe packagation. Only chain Try-o-Rama.
There's nothing in 3H. Maybe search, yeah. Okay, package. Okay, what was there?
Yeah, it was there. We have vision problems. Okay, N3H here.
Scanning is not reading.
Okay. Sorry?
Scanning is not reading, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I need to first npm install to get the N3H package.
Oh, alpha. It's for the or should it be for our latest one? N3H at 28 alpha 1.
Yeah, but I don't know if N3H follows the same.
So many things.
Yeah, no, it's an alpha.
Okay. Why is it underscored? Oh, is that because it's like there's an error thing wave under the.
Yeah, it says that N3H is not. Okay, we can try getting rid of node modules like postgit. Try to re-add them. No. Okay, and I don't know exactly, and to be honest, I'm running out of time a little bit. So maybe I can look into it because I need to do it for my project as well to go to Try-o-Rama. And next